And we're now pleased to welcome in Notre Dame head coach Brian Kelly to SportsCenter. Hey, Coach, my producer told me in my ear while that piece was rolling that you were watching it intently. What were you thinking while you were watching it?
I hadn't seen it before. I thought it was neat. A good retrospective of the season itself. You get so caught up day in the year, and you're on this treadmill of just next day and the next test day. So it's nice to kind of take a few minutes just to look back on the year.
Well, your next test, college football playoff. Congrats on making that. What does that accomplishment mean for your program?
Well, 2 out of 3 years in the national playoffs, I think it says a lot about the stability of your program and the ability to be one of the top teams in the country. Certainly, we want to win the thing, but we played in 50 games. We're 43-7, so that consistency of winning football games, we've done that. Now we want to win a couple of the big ones that we've got in front of us.
One of those 7 was the other night against Clemson. What's your biggest takeaway from that loss against Clemson Saturday night?
Now, it's hard to beat somebody twice, especially when you have elite teams, and certainly Clemson is one of those elite teams. To beat them twice in the same year, when they knew that their playoff opportunities could be over if they didn't win the game. They played with a sense of urgency that we lacked at times, and like I said, we did match that intensity. And we came up on the short end. Great lesson for us. And as we continue to move forward in playing these kinds of games week in and week out.
Clemson's QB Trevor Lawrence, he didn't play in the first meeting. How much difference did his experience, maybe that intensity you were talking about, make in the rematch?
Well, look, he's an outstanding football player, and he made plays. There's no doubt about it. But they weren't plays that we weren't expecting. And certainly for us, I think the disappointing part for us is that we did not play to the level that we need to. Now, this takes nothing away from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, the kind of players they are, the program that Dabo has. We'll get a second opportunity against Alabama to play much better.
That Rose Bowl between you and Alabama moved from California to Texas, in part so players and families can attend, something that you said before the change of venue might cause your team not to play. Why'd you feel the need to take that stand?
Well, it just seemed like nothing was moving. And I think that, look, it wasn't going to be my decision. Our players make those calls. I was using my platform to make it known that I think it was an important decision that needed to be vetted. I think it needed to be out there nationally to be talked about because having the student athletes, parents at the games in this unique year where they've made so many sacrifices was a big deal. And I'm glad that the College Football Playoff Committee and the Rose Bowl and all those other parties that are involved were able to get together and make a great decision.
Coach, you're a big underdog against #1 Alabama. Before I let you go, Notre Dame alum and my usual co-anchor, Hannah Storm, she's not here today, but she wanted me to tell you Merry Christmas, and she wanted me to ask you, what do you think about the game's huge point spread?
Look, if I looked at point spreads, I'd have been out of this a long time ago. I'd be in Las Vegas, doing that. Look, here's what we know. We're in a situation where we get a chance, one of only 4 teams. We don't have to play Alabama 10 times. We just got to play them once and be the best team in the stadium at 4 o'clock on January 1st. And we have a really good football team. We have to play to a style. And if we do that, we've got a great chance of winning the football game.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.